dancing one particular dance and you want to venture out and maybe try other styles, I made this video for you. Hello my beautiful subscribers, Rasa the dancer is here. Now I personally love to dance many different styles. My kind of forte, the thing that I really strive the most is crossbody salsa on one and bachata, all kinds of bachata. But in general, I love to dance everything and I do like to come in and out of those styles and join different classes. I think it brings so much flavor into the things that you really focus on. And I like to venture out like really wild. I go to ballet classes and jazz and hip hop, Bollywood, many different styles. So if you've been actually thinking, oh, I would like to try a different style, and you were just wondering what is it to expect from other styles, I will mention quite a few things and what I believe it to be as a characteristic, so maybe you can actually have an easy way to choose based on what I have to say about those different styles. So first let's talk about Cuban salsa. If you were wondering whether you should try Cuban salsa, you need to think about more circular based salsa. So rather than dancing in a line, you would be dancing in a circle. Cuban salsa is known for many things. A lot of people, one of the first things that they say when they say what you like about Cuban salsa, usually they say fun. There's a lot of like interaction with your partner. There's a lot of like crazy movements with the arms. There's a lot of personal style that comes in there in a very particular way. There's many different styles that Cuban salsa provides as well. One of them is group circular, like a rueda, where people dance together as a group, changing partners. So everybody really say Cuban salsa, so much fun. Also, I think it's important to know that Cuban salsa in particular has a lot of origins in culture. A lot of dance is based on culture and based on other dances as well that was in Cuba. So you would, if you're learning Cuban salsa, you would probably be learning some son and some rumba and some cha-cha-cha that is very much in Cuban culture. So with that comes a lot of course, flavor, and you get to know where the salsa comes from and so many different things and different little pieces of different dances that actually came into Cuban salsa as we know it as well. So if you're thinking Cuban salsa is your dance, those are kind of the things you need to think about. Now, if you're thinking of trying crossbody salsa, of course, crossbody salsa is in a dance. You have different styles as well, on one or on two. But some of the things that you really need to think about when you're dancing crossbody salsa is that it's usually fast, crazy moves, loads of spinning, very flashy, yes? So usually when people describe crossbody salsa, these are the things you're gonna hear. There's a lot of spinning on the spots, there's a lot of styling with the arms, with the body. It's very flashy, it's very in your face. There's a lot of play with the partner, but there's also a lot of play with the audience. It's flashy, it's very out there and very fast and crazy spins and all of that. You have a lot of footwork as well that you're gonna learn, a lot of individual work at the same time as a partner work, and of course as well crossbody dances took a lot from Cuban dancers as well, so we do incorporate now a lot of styling from Afro as well, but it is much more flashy, but also the music is very different. So Cuban is more, you know, traditional, comes from Cuba. Crossbody music now these days, this is such a mix. You have different genres. There's salsa romantica, which is more romantic music. You have some just instrumental, which is a little bit more jazzy. You get some that is a bit more mambo. So the music is completely different. So that could be also one of the things to kind of think about when you're choosing a salsa. If you want crossbody salsa, the music is quite different than Cuban. And if you prefer that music, you're probably going to enjoy the dance itself as well. Now, let's say you were thinking about trying bachata. Now, if you're gonna try authentic bachata from Dominican Republic, or as they call it, bachata, then it's what you want to expect is again a little bit more cultural experience. The music is authentic because it's you can hear in the music that is from the street, is live. It's loads of different instruments that are live, even though it's recorded when it's live, they're playing it. So it's a different feel. You get the feel that you're in the country, in Dominican Republic. The dance itself doesn't have to be fast, but can be also very much upbeat. It has many different influences from other dances, so it does have like different flavors depending on the region. However, it can get really, really fast very quickly. So if you want to be focusing more on the lower part of your area, like more footwork based movements, and you're thinking more speed and culture and more music that is authentic and has soul and has live instruments, then bachata, Dominican bachata, is definitely a way to go for you. Now, let's say you were thinking to do bachata and you listen to some Dominican music and maybe you couldn't relate to it very much. We do have also central bachata or Bachata Modna, which basically is an extension of bachata. What happened, it changed a little bit. It's like with any dance, there's some sort of progress, or I don't like the word progress. There's changes that happens with the people who come into the scene, and basically evolved into something else. It again evolved into something flashy, right? So instead of being just contained with a little bit of footwork, and just here, Central Bachata became very flashy, a lot of body movement, a lot of crazy big motions, and the music is different. So you have a little bit more electro kind of feel. It's not live instruments, it's usually electronic music. There's a lot of English songs that made into remixes that sound like bachata. Now, some people like it, some people don't, and you have to decide this for yourself. None of it is wrong or right. Don't let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't do. You should follow your heart. If you feel it, you do it. It's a dance. It's supposed to make you feel happy. But it is about the music as well. But Central Bachata can be very much out there. So make sure you have a look at some YouTube videos to see what it's like and see if it actually matches your personality. And of course, Bachata Modna that comes with Bachata Central these days is just a lot of 10 patterns in bachata. So you have a little bit of tense, then you have a little bit of central, you have the computerized music, you have people kind of like really being flashy and in their emotions because of the music and the way it makes them feel. And that's your other side of bachata. Now, there's loads of course, styles of kizomba, but I think besides the traditional one as well, the one that is dominating at the moment as a style itself is urban. And basically, that's kind of like what happened with bachata. You have the traditional, which is our Dominican bachata, and then you have central, which took it to a completely different side, where some say even it's unrecognizable that it's bachata. And it's kind of what happened with kizomba. Kizomba, always been there as a traditional dance, and then urban, it took it to a different direction. So if you want to dance urban, again, nobody should tell you you should or you shouldn't. Everybody has a different opinion, but you feel what you feel. And when you listen to the music, urban music is a little bit more electronic. Again, it has a different vibe. It sounds a little bit more modern, and that kind of music makes you dance differently. There's a lot of influence from tango and hip hop with urban kids and many different others. So the body movement is completely different. There's a little bit more like gliding sensations. There's a little bit more of like, I can see tango influence because there's like different kinds of ways to do the kicks and stuff. There's a lot of hip hop. You will see a lot of body isolation and stuff. For me personally, in terms of styles of dance, I like them both, but like I like urban kids music. Like it's something that I feel a little bit more. So you deviate. You think, okay, I like the music here, I can enjoy more, so I can spend more hours training it. Or you think, but I don't like the dance at all, I prefer the dance here, and the music is good. So you get to choose. But it's nice to know what to expect when you get it into. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope this is useful. And if you were wondering whether you should try and venture and try and learn different styles than what you're already dancing, maybe this will give you a little bit of inspiration of what to expect. Leave a comment if you think I missed something out and I should have mentioned it. Don't be shy, use that comment section. And guys, subscribe to the channel because we need to grow to make more awesome content for you. Now I'm gonna leave you with these other videos where you can explore different styles of dance, and I will see you very soon.